Hello from me, Lazar Hristov. Welcome to the next lesson in the series on Introduction to the Lazarus IDE. As you know, I am close to the end of my third book, so I will start with that first. I've already introduced it a little here. Here in the PDF its title, Introduction to Lazarus IDE Part 3, plus a practical programming system, my shop. That's what it's going to contain. Last time I showed this programming system what it is. Right now. I'm not going to do that in this video. We're going to do this, life and health, next week. Then I should give you the presentation. Now we continue with the next lesson from my second book. We are currently here in the chapters of the paid part, and last time we finished with section 2 with SQL queries with parameters. Now we continue with section 3. One of the most interesting sections, pleasant for reading and writing. These are interesting programs in Lazarus IDE and more precisely, logic games. Here you can see what games I reviewed. That is, I reviewed 2 games and the first one comes in several variations. 3x3, 4x4, this is game 15. A classic puzzle game. And I've looked at 3 variations, 3x3, 4x4, and 5x5. And the second game is Bulls and Cows. Let's open the PDF files. Thus, logic games are a genre in which the player must use logical thinking and reasoning to solve the tasks set in the game. This may include games with puzzles, numbers, riddles and strategies. Lazarus IDE is an environment that provides convenient tools for creating games with a graphical interface. It allows easy management of elements such as button fields, graphic objects, which is important for logic games. When developing a logic game, you need to include the following. You see how many important things there are here. So, I'm going to read them because in this lesson, I'm not going to look at games yet. So these are graphical interfaces, using forms, panels, buttons, and text fields for interactivity. Then generating game states. This includes creating a playing field, shuffling elements, managing interactions. Then an algorithm for checking the decisions. It determines when the player has succeeded, achieved success, or made a mistake. And feedback to the player, using messages, visual effects, statistics to provide the results. In this section I will show and implement the following logic games. Game 15, which is a classic game with tiles that need to be arranged in the correct order. Requires a graphical interface and an algorithm to move the elements. It will be included in 3 variants, 4x4, which is the standard one, 3x3 and 5x5. And next is the game Bulls and Cows. This is a number game in which the player has to guess a secret number by logically analyzing the answers provided. Here you can see them. This is the game 15, which had it as a real game. In the sense, in a plastic production, so flat, similar to the Rubik's Cube later. Only it's flat, right, and smaller. I've played with this game too and I've arranged it. and in reality this is what it looked like as a vision. And there is, of course, the possibility of making a variety of sizes of the network. The goal is to arrange the tiles in the game in this way, sequentially. So in the end I decided to make it for Lazarus IDE as well. There were also a few ready-made versions that I found, but most of them were for Delphi. But the bigger problem was that they didn't have any explanation of the code, and I decided that making it from scratch was better. Some of the versions had it made with separate panels, but to me that seems like a very complicated way to implement it. That's why I decided to make it with the component string grid, which we work with often here. And as I said, besides the standard one, more variants can be made. 3x3, 5x5, and 6x6 you can do it, if you want, and more. The logic is the same. In general it doesn't make much sense, it's too big. Therefore, from the next lesson we will start with the first game. That's all for this lesson. Best regards.